Good morning. Good morning. I want to take a moment to appeal to your empathetic sides. Yes, I am a candidate for governor of Florida, but I'm also a 22-year veteran of the United States Navy. So I want you to understand something. Right now, our service members, they are having to put themselves in a mental mindset that things could go bad. Our generation, this generation, is not a battle tested generation. You have to go through battle to be battle tested. The evolution of our ships from when I joined the United States Navy in 2000 and it was steamships, you would hear actual casualty. Heart would start racing. You have to start thinking about what's going to happen because things can be very bad. We remember the U.S. Cole. You have to think that just a week ago or 2 weeks ago or a month ago, these service members are out there laughing with each other. They're having a great time with each other. And now you're in harm's way. And you have to consider if the attack does happen, it hits that ship. What are you supposed to do? You just laugh with your shipmate, but you got to stop this flooding. You see your shipmate over here hurting, but you got to stop this flooding. You got to stop this fire. You have to stop the damage that's happening and then get around to dealing with that shipmate. There's a lot of things that happen during these times, so we need to be very empathetic. I saw a comment that made me want to really talk about this. It said, looking at us is free, but touching us is going to cost. Quiet that down. Tough talk don't win battles. If this goes bad, service members lose lives. Families don't see friends. Families start crying. It gets bad. So American citizens have some empathy for any type of real wartime situation or any type of real battle time situation. Hope, really consider asking or trying to hope that the conversations happen in a healthy place. We know that the rockets are flying over there. We see it happening, and we have the Secretary of Defense, which is just, Lord help us all, just lethality. Hey, when you are in a combat zone, there's a lot of things that go through your mind when you are actually attacked. It is Training is completely different than when you are actually attacked, when you actually know bombs are about to drop. If you've ever been in Afghanistan, boots on ground, you understand what I mean when that siren goes off and you're supposed to be looking for a bunker and looking up at the same time to see if you can see where the rocket and or missile is going to hit so you can put yourself in the safest position possible. If you've ever went through Afghanistan and you saw shipmates get carried in those coffins to that C-130 to be flying out, it's different. It's different. America hasn't been in a conflict, a vast conflict where boots on ground, and a lot of it just hasn't happened like that. So going up against nations that have the capability to strike your service members is real for them. It's very real. So things do happen. If you haven't heard from your shipmates, it's because we cut off communications. We do it on purpose because loose lips sink ships. When your heart's beating, when you're nervous, when you want to say things like I love you, or send that message just in case something happens, because we've seen it, because things happen. These are people, and people have feelings, people have emotions. So there is a lot that goes into being in harm's way. There's a lot that goes into being in harm's way, and it's a lot different than being able to stand in safety and root. Because I can tell you right now, when you're in harm's way, there is no rooting that's going on. There's none of that. There's thinking about what you have to do to survive if you're in that situation. It's a very different position to be in. So give it some definite emotional maturity when you are speaking about this. Definitely hope for the best. Don't be so brash, because war and battle and losing life, there's nothing great about that. There just isn't. Even if you feel like it's necessary, there will be people who are hurt because something bad happened. So show some empathy, even for the people on your side. Hope that our service members are trained, and that when it is time, if they need that training, that the majority are able to maintain a sound mind and make sound, quick decisions, because it's that's what has to happen. And there's plenty of people out there that have survived heavy incidents that can definitely attest to the tunnel vision that you get when you initially are in it. So please think about that and empathize with our service members as we continue to roll through this. You guys have a great day.